the best way to know when you need to trade ES. So basically, the idea is when both of them are having the same draw liquidity. This is a trade that's a breakdown. I'm gonna go back and review. It's a 40-minute trade because I actually trade ES. So it was a lagging one, and NAS was making the moves quicker. But I noticed that I missed my entry. So this would have been a good entry here or here, going for this buy side. But at this point, buy side has been engaged. So I'm looking at ES and I'm seeing if they have the same draw liquidity. So the way that I view it is, if I know NAS is leading and I already had this draw liquidity, which was this low resistance liquidity right here, and we got equal highs up here, and we could be opening going for new week opening gap. I don't want to go ahead. I would rather, most likely, I'll maybe trade this, but I have the big stop loss, or I'll look at ES and see if we have the same draw liquidity. So you can see that I'm entering on ES over here. And then this give you a better viewpoint on where we at. So this is me entering the trade, right? Up in here, coming down for this proportion block here, leading this fair value gap, stop loss below all that. And then you can see we got the same draw liquidity. And you can clearly see that we haven't hit that yet. So this is that same draw liquidity right there. And that's an equal high right there. And you can see that we've have not moved up to the upside. So I'm expecting ES to kind of catch up to NAS. NAS is leading. ES should be catching up, and you would catch sometimes. Again, the idea for me personally, I use this only when I know they both have the same draw liquidity. As you can literally see, like this, and this is the exact same as this. We just hit these targets quicker on NAS, so I'm expecting more expansion on ES to catch up to NAS. Again, if the both charts look different, if both charts look really different, then I suggest not to use this method. But if they both look very similar, and like I said, I can notice which one's moving faster, in this case NAS, then I will be tempted to do this, especially if I miss my trade. Or if I didn't miss my trade, I would just trade, NAS and be done with it. So this is a trade, kind of just letting it play out. I want to kind of speed it up because I don't want this video to be long. Speed 1.2, I'll do 2. Okay, this is a 40-minute trade. So this is that. Again, going back for this fair value gap. Let me go back because it went draw down just a little bit. So I got the buy fair value gap. I literally put my stop loss under this order block. That's all I did. If it took me out, it took me out. And then once I saw a reaction, I'm like, okay, I'm expecting speed up here because we are very low compared to where we are in NAS. So I'm expecting speed. Got the speed that we're going, and this is the speed that I wanted between this high. I kind of talked about beforehand. I was like, okay, I need speed before here because I'm like, okay, we should be catching up to NAS. Look where we're at on NAS. Look where we're on ES. I'm like, okay, we should be speeding. We should be speeding up. Like, there's no reason for this not to go any faster. This is me setting some limit orders. So in this case, I was looking at some limit orders. I was kind of aiming for full target midnight. Right, midnight open was the full target. I told myself I'm gonna go ahead and take some off here. That's that speed I was talking about. I want to go ahead and take some off here because I was like, okay, we might have an SMT. I don't expect it, and that's why I left a runner. So I was like, okay, we might have an SMT, but I mean, if we do, I'm just going to take majority of the position off, and just in case we do. I don't know if you can see that getting hit. Yep, so we come back down one more time. Yes, just playing around, hanging around those equal highs. Especially when we did that, let me go back. Especially when we did that, I really felt confident that we'd go up. Oh, I already hit the target. Sorry. There we go. When we did this, when we made these equal highs, and then you can see what I'm saying. Like this right here. If you want to know, this is this. Like you can clearly see we smacked that, and then I'm like, okay, we could be go up more side on NAS. I'm like, okay, cool. We should be hitting this at least, and this is just gonna leave a runner. So. See that I'm marking this inversion for value gap, so I'm like, okay, we should with if price is doing what it's supposed to be doing, we're supposed to be staying in here. Now that we close some buys up here, so I want price to stay in this inversion for value gap, and that's why I just moved my stop right there. Then we got hit, yeah. So it took profit right there. Then we close above here. So I was telling myself in real time when we close, I play it when we close above here, I'm gonna move my stop. I think either at this inversion for value gap. Let me see if I moved it up. No, I just kept it. Okay, so I just kept it below this inversion for value gap and this. I would call it just aura block. I don't like that. Technically, it's a proportion block, but then that's that speed right there pushing it through here, and you can see that's what I'm saying. Like it was trying to catch up, and that speed for that last part of the last contract. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave you ideas when to trade. Like I said, I just missed my entry on NAS. NAS was moving a little too fast, and I missed it, and then I just ended up taking trade on ES. I don't do this all the time. I don't recommend it, but if you want to put this in your playbook, again, they need to have the same draw liquidity. That's just really, they have the same draw liquidity. I have to see who's leading. Like, again, yeah, it's just they got, because they gotta have the same draw liquidity. That's the biggest thing. Start looking at that. You're gonna see that sometimes, oh, it's a high or low on NAS that isn't a high or low on ES. Now I don't recommend doing that, right? Because it's different charts. But if you can see that one's leading and both charts have the same draw liquidity, but one just was made the move faster, then in my opinion, you can trade both. You know what I'm saying? Like you can trade, either or. Because sometimes ES is leading, sometimes NAS is leading. Well, I just need them to have the same draw liquidity, for my personal opinion. So yeah, definitely hope that helps.